Hey everybody, Gabe Suarez here. Been a minute with videos. It's been kind of a crazy year, as you no doubt know. Anyway, I want to talk about a new product that our gunsmith staff, Josh and Paul, put together, aka Shop Monkey and Swamp Thing. This is one of my carry pistols. It's kind of hard for you to feel something on a video, okay? But the trigger on this is spectacular, all right? It's got a take-up that has absolutely no tension to it at all. I like take-up because you know what? A trigger on a self-defense handgun with no take-up, that's stupid. Don't do it, okay? It's got some take-up in it, some pre-travel, which is, it's almost like it's non-existent, but it's there, okay? And it takes you right to the wall, and then it's got a super crisp break. I mean, you know what? It sounds like a Glock because it's a striker and everything else, but I don't have any other pistols, including my tuned-up SIG 226s and so on, that has a better trigger than this, okay? How did they do it? Well, I'm not a gunsmith, and I didn't stay at the Holiday Inn, but kind of an ingenious thing. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that, you know what? Gen 3 internals are starting to disappear, okay? I go on all my distributors, and you know what? We used to be able to buy trigger bars and internals and all this kind of stuff, and little by little, guys, they are disappearing, okay? All right, so what happens, you know, a couple of years from now or whatever, when, you know, you need a new trigger? Because look, everything on your pistols it's going to degenerate, it's going to wear out, and you're going to need to replace, just like the tires and brakes on your car. Okay, you think you're going to install a trigger on your pistol, it's going to last you 20 years, only if you never use it. Okay, so you're going to need to replace these things. So what do you do when there's no more Gen 3 internals for your Gen 3 pistol, other than buy, you know, a Gen 5, which a lot of people are doing, but, you know, I personally like Gen 3s. All of my carry guns are all Gen 3. That's just me, okay? So anyway, these Gen 3 internals are starting to become very, very rare and thus very, very expensive. Now, the main component here, you'll see if I can bring that up to the camera there, okay? This coil spring, okay? This coil spring right here. And look, we've experimented with a number of different springs and so on. You don't want to make this any lighter. You make it lighter, you make it unreliable and unsafe. But as you operate this, there's a certain grinding and a certain feel to this coil spring. This coil spring, by the way, is also one of the most broken parts on the Glock pistol. You know, I've seen these several times break in class. Yours may never have broken, but you know what? I've been doing this shit for 20 years. I've seen them break, okay? All right, so what our illustrious gunsmith staff, Josh and Paul, did is they grabbed up a bunch of Gen 5 internals, okay? And you know, you can see this is what the Gen 5, in fact, let me take this apart for you right here so you can see what I'm talking about, okay? This is the Gen 3 part, okay? You've seen that before with the coil spring, okay? And then you got your trigger group. This gets set up in the S configuration that we learned at Glock Armorer School, okay? You know, there it is, and then it's kind of ground into place. And, you know, this is where you get that gritty, squishy kind of Glock trigger system there. Not bad, okay? Much emulated by other striker systems, but this Gen 5 one, I'll tell you what, they kind of did it right, okay? First thing they did is they got rid of the coil spring and they put a leaf spring in there, okay? I don't know if you can, let me see if I can get in the camera properly there. Well, there we go. Okay, so there is no coil spring like on the Gen 3. The bar is different. Instead of connecting in the S configuration system, it basically sits in the package there, okay? And it's very smooth, and it doesn't have that gritty, crunchy sense that the Gen 3 trigger does. Anyway, so my guys fit this so it fits in your Gen 3. It's called the Trigger Advancement Group, and I'll tell you what, I'm super impressed. I've got them on all my guns now. It's a drop-in fit as long as you are a qualified gunsmith. End of disclaimer. You get what I'm trying to say. Very easy drop-in fit. It will improve your trigger dramatically. We have them in the store now. You know what? Buy one, try it. You know, if you don't think that it's a better trigger than what you had as far as your Gen 3 for the street, for carry, send me an email and we'll take it back. Okay, that's how strongly I feel about it. Okay, so Trigger Advancement Group, Suarez International. It's the next improvement in the Glock line, and by God, there isn't much else we can improve on this damn thing. Okay, keep America great.